I did jump a bit. I can't.
I was hoping to get you on the horror film one because it's a horror film. Anyway, this is the trailer, the official trailer, the first trailer for The Conjuring 3.
Yeah.
Which sub-label is The Devil Made Me Do It.
I know they did it like a. I guess you could kind of call it a teaser where they went through like all the movies in this universe. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's not really.
But they kind of covered this one a bit in like the general thing, but that's all I've seen.
So I am a big fan, not of the Conjuring universe, but of the two Conjuring films. I think they're really good.
Yeah.
I think they're not generic ghost films, although they are just sort of ghosty films, but they're still good.
I think the universe is good though. I like the fact all the films kind of connect.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there aren't many, like, except for maybe Paranormal, there aren't many horror movies that I know of that actually do that.
Yeah. Most horror franchises do that.
No, but I haven't seen those horror franchises. So I've seen a few horror movies, but this is like the first one I've seen where it's all like.
Well, this one's like a shared universe though, isn't it? It's not just
not just following them. It follows others.
It's not just like a. So yeah. Anyway, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna react to it. We're gonna see if we're gonna go and watch it or not.
I feel like you're probably just maybe watch it just because I'm terrified of all movies. Like horror movies, yeah.
So yeah, let's watch.
Oh, that's that sinister doll.
You okay there? Jesus. I think I hurt someone.
Oh, I'll give you that idea.
Residents of Brookfield were shocked this afternoon by the broad daylight murder of Bruno Sauls.
I think I've read about this.
Accepts the existence of God every time a witness swears to tell the truth. I think it's about time they accept the existence of the devil.
Already
That
like
is
this.
an interesting concept, though.
That day.
Oh, he was in One Division. That's one of the kids from One Division.
Oh no, I'm sad.
Totem. We think your family was cursed. And that connection's still open.
What is that?
Is that a waterbed or something?
Oh yeah.
I'm only interested in reality.
But I can see things that your people can't.
Yeah.
Vera Farmiga is a handsome woman.
It's a weird way of saying it.
Oh, I saw the hand there. I did see it.
Something terrible happened here.
Oh.
A master Satanist is not an adversary to be taken lightly.
Oh, it's Denethor.
She's doing it again. She's reaching out to the darkness.
Lorraine, you need to come back.
Is him worth everything you have? Because that's what it may very well cost.
We flee for your lives.
Lorraine?
God, I'm really excited about that.
I
That
can
looks
already
awesome.
tell I'm going to be like...
That looks awesome.
It made it seem like this is going to be the last one. Is it not?
I
Am
don't.
just reading too much into the trailer?
Not as far as I know. I don't think this is the last one. I don't think they'll, because this will make a lot of money. All the Conjurings have made a lot of money. So unless they kind of stick to their guns and say, right, okay, this is the perfect way to end it, I don't think they'll end it. Because as long as they keep making money, I don't think they'll care. So the title, as well as this sort of first opening 10 or 15 seconds, makes it seem like the question is going to be, was this person actually possessed or not?
Yeah. Well, this, obviously, I have heard of this case.
I think I've heard of it as well.
It was because it was like the first time someone used that as like a
Yeah,
a
it's a
defense,
defense,
wasn't it? Of
yeah.
like he was made to do it.
Yeah.
This is Ed Warren, here with Lorraine.
Because they were getting grief in the second one, weren't they? There was a big one in the second one, which was
Yeah.
the English one, where there was a lot of people saying that they were fakes.
Because they went on like a talk show, didn't they? And
Yeah,
there was
the-
a guy trying to
yeah.
say that they were faking it.
Yeah, and there was one of the females was saying that the small child was faking it.
Yeah. Skeptics.
I like these two. These are a good couple.
Mhm.
Not like sort of in that way, but like I think they've got good chemistry together. They're quite
Yeah.
good.
All right, let's get started.
Residents of Brookfield were shocked.
Thing
this
is though, they
afternoon
probably
by
could
the
do loads of
broad daylight
movies like this because I'm sure
Yeah,
There's
they've
loads of
got
case
loads
files.
of cases. Yeah.
when you like, because you can actually like see like, Joe, the place that they had. Obviously, they've both passed away sadly, but the room.
Did Ed pass away?
He was the first one to pass away. Yeah, he passed away before
I
Lorraine
thought.
did. Lorraine only passed away recently.
I was just saying, didn't one of them pass away recently? Didn't they?
Yeah, more recently. But
That's
like
true.
that room they have, where like you can actually see the Annabelle.
Yeah.
But there's loads of so they must have loads of cases.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the Einfeld house is like a tourist spot now, isn't it?
Yeah. Although I don't know why you want to go there.
I imagine the Amityville house is probably is as well.
Probably.
murder of Bruno Sauls.
Yeah. 1981, Arn Johnson pled not guilty, despite being covered in blood, and there was a knife.
Mhm.
And basically, his defense was
The devil.
he was
made it.
possessed. Yeah.
The court accepts the existence of God every time a witness swears to tell the truth. I think it's about time they accept the existence of the devil.
That's cool.
It is because it is true. Whenever like even like everywhere that I know of, like you do say you swear
your
by
hand on
God,
the Bible,
don't you?
yeah.
Like that, yeah.
Well, it depends because don't people who are atheists put their hands on something else?
Possibly, but that's like the stereotypical one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like I'm sure there's one for people that follow other religions, but it is the general principle of you swear by God that you will tell the truth.
Yeah. So there's a shot here. Patrick Wilson or Ed uses a cane now, but his daughter doesn't look much older than she was in the second one.
I think she does.
She might be like a teenager, but she was I would say like 10 or 11.
Mhm.
But obviously we know that these can't die here because obviously we know when at least one of them passed away, which was
Yeah.
quite recently. So I don't think either of them are going to die here. So I don't think there's any ammunition to say that this is going to be the last one.
Yeah.
I think there will be more.
Unless
Unless this does terrible. Unless it absolutely flops.
yeah, because like another thing they could do is follow the daughter or something, which I don't understand why they would do because it seems like they want to follow because it's their
Yeah.
case, isn't it? So
I feel like these are the sort of Iron Man, Captain America of this universe.
Every time a witness swears to tell.
Skip this bit because I've already seen it.
I think it's about time they accept the existence of the devil.
I didn't skip it. Sorry.
Whatever is going on, whatever happened.
So it feels like there's two different sort of moments. It feels like the court's one, and then this is a different,
yeah, maybe it's gonna be like
or maybe this is the house, maybe where the person
Yeah.
got murdered.
maybe like it's gonna be like it starts off with like the court case, and he goes up to the stand and he basically tells what it gives his like case of what happened, and then it does like flashbacks of like them arriving at this house and like
Yeah,
maybe that's where they do it.
that's vile. Yeah, there it is. Oh no, missed it.
That was not Arnie.
Was that his daughter?
Yeah.
Was it, or was that?
No, that's a daughter. That's their daughter.
Arnie.
So this might be like one of those, you know, like in the case where in the English one where they put the thing down and the little girl was talking as the old man.
Mhm.
This might be like one of those things. So it might be like him trying to see who's possessing him.
Right.
Because maybe his daughter's got some kind of gift, the same as her mother. Because her mother can see the future.
I think she
Visions?
can see the. I think she can communicate to like.
No, I'm pretty sure she has visions because she saw him getting killed.
Yeah, I just assumed that was the that nun showing that to her as a way to scare her. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, the nun's a part of this universe as well, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame. Shame that movie was so terrible.
See, it makes it seem like this. I don't think that is their daughter. They do look similar, but I think that's like his wife or someone, and maybe she's also like it wasn't him.
Yeah, but no, I don't. Because I think like if that was the case when they were in the courtroom, she wouldn't be sat in between them. She would be sat either side. What?
I know, but I don't think that was actually her. I think that was just a different person. They just look similar.
It's a witch's totem. We think your family was cursed.
Oh yeah, so it's not her.
It's
Yeah.
not her.
So maybe she contacts them too
Yeah.
to come and help them. This is vile, by the way.
Is this so? I'm guessing this is the little boy that's possessed, or this is the little boy that's been targeted or something.
Well, no, because the other guy's the possessed guy.
Yeah, but it makes but like the target.
Right.
Because it makes it seem like he's.
Yeah.
Is he the one that's gonna die? Maybe. He kills someone.
Yeah.
So.
I'm only interested in reality.
Yeah, so this is also a skeptic, and these all seem skeptic as well.
Yeah.
But I don't think these guys here are looking at Ed Warren. I think these guys are looking at the bloke.
Right.
Because he was like covered in blood and that.
But I can see things that your people can't.
Boom!
God, I love when they do this. This whole like
Entering the dead zone.
Yeah.
Crack.
That's usually where they get you good with the jump scares. I feel like.
Oh look, you can see the hand. I saw that. I was wondering what that was, but I thought it was going to be like one of those moments where it comes out of the tree, like they're using camera. I was sitting there going, "What the heck is that?"
Yeah, that's almost like, do you know, in the first one where it's the mum and she's like in the basement, she's like in the matches and the hand like claps behind her.
Yeah.
It's kind of like.
Yeah, the first one was really
God,
creepy.
that creeped me out. That when that happened.
I feel like the first one was scarier, but the second one had better jump scares. Do you know what I mean? You might not know what I mean by that, but
The first one was scary, I think.
the concept of the first one was scarier, but the second one had better jump scares.
I felt like the second one was scary just because like the old, like, do you know, just everything with the old man. I feel like was scary.
There was a bit, I can't remember what it was in there. Oh no, there's one in the second one that absolutely, because I went to see it in the cinema, absolutely traumatized me, right? Because obviously I used to share a room with Nicole, right? And she used to talk in her sleep, and it was awful. Right, so there's a bit where the older sister sort of turns over and she sees our little sister standing there talking at the corner of the room and being like all scary, and I sat there and I was like, that's what Nicole was doing. She was talking to ghosts in our room.
No, I think the scariest part for me on that movie was not necessarily the scariest, but the part that really creeped me out was, do you know, when it's like towards like maybe 3/4 of the way through, and it's like she like is stuck on the roof, the little girl that's like being possessed.
Right.
It's like this weird thing where she's like stuck on the roof and she can hear the old man like walking up the stairs.
Oh yeah.
And
no,
he's like,
you mean when she goes through the floor and she's stuck on the roof of the living room?
Yeah.
And he's sitting in the corner, and then he gets up and walks
up the stairs, and then he yanks her up, and it's that whole like. Ugh.
Yeah,
that
that's
creeps
the
me out.
bit where our mother tries to get in, and he grabs her, puts his hand on her mouth and pulls her back, and he just goes, ah, and then she just.
I just thought, 'cause doesn't he like whistle or something as he's going up the stairs, or something like that, or hums or something? There's something about that, him walking up the stairs slowly, that creeped me out. It wasn't even necessarily scary; it was just creepy.
I can't remember what scared me the most about the first one. The first one was just.
The first one.
I just remember being terrified, but the first one was a really good film.
The first one was scary when they were, do you know when the little girl that like sleepwalked? Yeah, I guess that's what you said. Sleepwalked. And she was like banging on the wardrobe or the closet, and then like our sister like moves her, and then she turns around and like woman's get like is get on the thing, she jumps on her. That was scary.
Something terrible happened here.
Why is it right?
Catchphrase?
Huh?
I feel like she always says.
I know. I was going to say she's literally like she's where a few people have been murdered, and she's like, something's terrible's happened here. Oh, gee, yeah, thanks for that. Get that shot in. So that, by the way, that girl, I think, is the one that called them. One that we
Right.
thought was the one that we thought the one that you were correct. What is this? That is awful. That might actually be the girl. Can you imagine if the girl calls them and turns out to be the bad guy as well?
What, she's the one that like ugh. I don't know, but that is creepy.
'Cause it
that looked
makes
like it was like a dog shelter or something with like the cages.
Yeah, I want to try and. No.
Oh, look at her eyes.
I know, I'm trying.
She had like glazed over eyes or something, didn't she?
Yeah, weird. So it feels like there's a lot of witchiness in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And Satanism, that's what they say, isn't it? Satanic worship or something.
Yeah.
Which is always fun.
Which is kind of like the first one, isn't it? Because isn't that what the first one was?
First one was about a witch that had been
like,
killed.
declared her love for Satan or whatever, and that was why the curse was a thing.
I don't think it was.
Something like that.
No, I think she was killed on the tree that was outside the house, and she was.
Oh, she said like anyone that lived in the house would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
okay.
cursed the house. Yeah.
A master Satanist.
Master Satanist.
I thought that was the woman who was doing it, because you see her again later on. It
Is
makes
that
it
a
seem-
woman? I can't see her face.
Yeah.
Look, she's got no eyes.
She has eyes. They're just little.
You can't see her eyes. Look, you can't see her eyes. That's just literally a blank face. I'm not joking. That's literally a blank face.
Maybe it's just the way. Maybe it's just the angle you're sitting. I can definitely see like what should be eyes.
Yeah,
Eye
I can see the
sockets.
eye sockets, but you can't see her actual eyes. It's not just like that. It's just like one of those people that are just. She doesn't have any features.
Yeah.
Do you know the things out of Doctor Who?
Yeah.
The silence.
Mm.
So what happens if everyone grew hair?
An adversary to be taken lightly.
God face. You know those things. That was actually a really good impression, wasn't it? That was quite.
Sure.
You know, it's a lot better than my Ian McKellen.
So that looks like the moment where, because she did it in. What was it? She did it in.
First one.
Was it the first
second
one?
Second one.
Where
Where
just
she
like
was,
did
she
the.
was doing the shotgun thing.
Yeah, because that was she was
Yeah.
in the actual.
So she's reliving the murder.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have his cane there. Shame on her for making a cripple walk.
Well, we don't know that was like. No, but thing is though, that care might be because of an injury.
Yeah.
Like, and if that's like set in the future, then
Oh. We've all been there.
we've been in the shower and we're terrified of something like.
No, you're in the shower or you're in the bath and you just hear something and you're like, well, if they strike now, then I'm dead. I'm not going to be able to fight them if I'm in the bath, am I? That's why, do you remember when you were in the bath and you used to try and get you'd put the soap in your hand, you'd go backwards, but you wouldn't spend too long, so you'd quickly go, "Huh!" Then you'd sit up because you're like, if I put my head under, right,
Something
and
you just
someone
come and,
comes-
like,
yeah, that's
yeah.
it, it's game over. I'm not getting out.
It's like that with the shower though. Like if I'm washing my hair, I'll like quickly like get it out of like this zone so I can like be
Respond
aware.
if someone attacks.
And then rinse the rest of me. See,
It's,
that's her,
this
isn't
is
it?
the witch you
That's
were
her.
talking
That's
Pentagram.
like weird.
I get that.
What do you bet? She like drinks like an animal's blood or something. Like a
Yeah.
bird. I think she cuts open a bird and she like puts its innards in a cup and drinks it or something.
Yeah.
They always seem to do that, and
So, that's
that woman again.
yeah, but look, that looks like Lorraine Warren. That's a different woman.
Yeah.
She turns into this woman.
Well, maybe it's like, maybe again this is Lorraine putting herself into the. I don't know.
But this might be Ed. It feels almost like maybe Lorraine gets possessed herself by the witch. That would be interesting because
I mean, if
neither of them have actually been.
no, they never get affected, really, do they?
No.
Except maybe in the second one where, but again, that's the nun was just targeting Ed, wasn't it? It wasn't necessarily
Yeah.
like.
Well, in the first one, was it the first one? Or maybe the second one. They talk about when someone who was possessed looked at Lorraine right in her face and he showed her the vision of him dying.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only
Yeah.
time I've ever really known them to be affected by it.
Well, yeah, but that was just because it was a exorcism, wasn't it? And they say that's dangerous, but
Yeah.
I mean, if she has this like, because what kind of power she has, where she can like see this, maybe that gets through that or something that it
Yeah.
happens.
Oh, so it's saying that this has an end. What was that? Every victim.
Every victim has an end. That's what made me think this was the last one.
Yeah. So it's just the witch and the Satanist.
She looks a bit like.
She's a bit ill, doesn't she?
She looks like she's dead, doesn't she?
She's probably a very lovely lady, but she looks a bit ill. Do you know what I mean?
Well, she's made to look ill, doesn't she? Though?
Yeah. Good job, makeup department. Yeah. So it seems like.
Spy.
Question mark.
I was thinking of like a reverse number 2 or something.
So an S. Oh wait. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. An
It's
S.
weird. It's weird that I have to sign the S, despite the fact that my name begins with an S, and I've been writing it that way for 24 years. So it seems like this is going to be almost like a Lorraine versus the witch kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because like the witch sort of raised her head there, and Lorraine raised her head, so it seems almost like it's going to be them too.
Cool.
Because it.
But then I also like Lorraine, although she has like this ability, she doesn't like have powers, does she? Like she can't, like that we know of.
She banished Valak.
Well, yeah, but she was just like, I know your name.
Did the nun
be
get
gone.
called Valak at any point in the film? The Nun.
Mm-hmm. He literally says it as soon as he enters the monastery. He said he
That's
reads
right.
the book and he's like, oh,
Yeah.
Valak, and I'm like,
That's right.
if only it was that easy, like a few,
Yeah, the
100 years from then.
rest of the film was pants anyway. That's awful. I bet that kid did gymnastics when he was younger.
Saving him worth everything you have.
This is cool. This is a cool shot. This is like what The Last Jedi did, but cooler.
You had to get it in there.
Yeah. Love that shot.
So it said there about saving him or something, didn't it?
Will cost her life, yeah.
So that again makes it seem either they're talking about Ed again. Or they're
No,
talking
saving
about-
him. So they're saying that she needs to, in order to save him, she needs to die.
Yeah.
So it's the other way around, because in the last one, she was saying him die, but only if they actually helped the English family.
Yeah, but it still makes it seem like Ed's gonna be the one. She has to save Ed from something.
Oh, they always need saving from something. They probably walk up the stairs and they're like, oh my god, we need to save him. It's like, just chill out. Do you know what I mean? Mind you, it doesn't help. That's a creepy guy. Again, this guy's probably lovely, but he's creepy. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help that they've got a room filled with formerly possessed things. Do you know what I mean?
No, but the intention behind it is.
Oh yeah,
horrible.
yeah.
I mean, imagine living in a house like that though. Like I get it's like, oh, it's safer if we're here and it like and stuff, and I'm like, that's true, but like.
Crazy people. It's Denethor. Love it. He was in The Boys as well with Carl Urban.
Was he?
Yeah. They were both in Lord of the Rings. Obs.
So that was the geezer, wasn't it? Is that the geezer that gets possessed?
I think so. In any case, this looks like a mental home. So this was
Yeah.
back in the 80s when mental homes, where they probably shocked them and stuff, which is a sad thing to talk about. This is the guy. That's him as well. And he's been all kinds of jacked up here.
Maybe that's the exorcism.
Oh, maybe.
'Cause
Oh,
that's
yeah, it's a
there,
priest,
isn't
yeah.
it? And that's some people watching.
Yeah. She looks like she's got
So
the
maybe,
priest thing.
yeah, he's in like a mental home and they're investigating it because they don't think he's insane, they just think he's possessed.
Possessed, yeah.
They realise he was possessed to go and the priest is already there and it like all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Would a normal exorcism be able to exorcise a priest? The devil?
I mean, I don't know. You don't actually know if it's the devil though, do you? It could just be...
I might start reading about exorcisms because it's incredibly interesting.
Mm.
That's one of the cool things about these films is I think they're so interesting.
Yeah. I think it makes it more interesting the fact that it's like
Real cases.
yeah, because it's like...
Freaked me out when I watched the second one and showed you the side-by-sides of the original pictures compared to the scenes.
Yeah. And like
Freaked me out.
where she's like actually floating, you're like...
Yeah, because it's one of these things where I don't believe in it, but I don't want to piss it off. Do you know what I mean?
It's yeah, you're all big and tough, like, oh, I don't believe in ghosts.
Yeah, but when I go in
But
the
then-
Enfield, I've got like 2 crosses and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. It's like when you're in the house by yourself, the slightest creak of the stairs, and you're like, oh, well, I'm dead. It's like, here
No,
it
as
comes.
soon as I hear the creak, I put the little priest thing in and I start speaking Latin.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, so this is weird because she's still in the sort of dream thing here.
Well, maybe this is...
So is the implication that whatever she's trying to be runs and jumps off this cliff, and it's that grabs her?
Potentially, yeah. Or it could be like... Again, though, because if what we're talking about is true and, like, she does get possessed or something,
Maybe it's just trying to
maybe
kill her.
maybe it's like she isn't the victim or like the killer here. She's actually just running, and she's still in that kind of state.
That looks like the kind of thing that someone would jump off for fun.
But like, yeah, like crazy adrenaline.
Yeah, like children who are fighting a killer clown. That was an It reference. This man, by the way, just so everyone is aware, this man does not age. They've put streaks of grey in his hair, and he still looks like he did in the A-Team, which came out years ago. It's ridiculous. Maybe he's a vampire. She's probably got all kinds of scraped knees. I think when he grabbed her there and she sort of fell onto the corner of the rocks.
I'm not really concerned about her knees. I'm concerned about her bare elbows and hands.
And
like she's like it's gonna be that she's using to try and get leverage, isn't
and
it?
her fingernails snapped, ripped off. Mind you, hey, come on, Tom Cruise thinks he's cool with the sliding on the floor, saving people at the last second. Look at this guy. Look at that. That guy's awesome. Patrick Wilson, is that his name? I feel like I should know that. He's been in a lot of stuff. So, yeah, that is The Conjuring, and I'm going to go and see that in the cinema, because I think that looks awesome.
Good luck.
Do you know what the hard bit is about watching these movies in the cinema, honestly? You've seen what I'm like playing horror games, right? Literally, I can't help but let out a little scream. And every time I'm in a horror movie, I literally sit there. Like
clenching,
this.
yeah.
No, not clenching, literally with my hands on my lips. Just so if I jump. I've got to play it cool, so I pretend that I'm eating something and I go...
Right. You like shuffle the popcorn a bit, but there's nothing in your hand, and then you're
and
like...
when I can sense a jump scare coming, I go... So then if I jump, and then I play it off cool, I go... Oh, Jesus! God, I just let out the biggest fart. But I make sure everyone in the cinema can hear. So they know that I didn't jump because of this film. I jumped because my buttocks weren't ready for the fart that I released. Therefore, I'm more cool.
Oh, because that makes you more cool. Okay.
Yeah, so that's The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It trailer reaction.
See, with me with horror movies, I couldn't, even though I watched it in the cinema, and I was dragged to watch The Nun in the cinema by my friends, which wasn't that scary, but I thought it would be a lot scarier than it was. Yeah. I feel like with horror movies, I usually have to be sat like in the corner of the room, like where I can visibly see the door.
Right, just in case they do the ring and come out and get you.
I need to have a blanket, a pillow, and I need to have food so I can distract myself. I have a setup. Because last time, you made me watch The Conjuring, both the Conjuring movies and Nicole's.
Yeah.
And I was sat in the corner, but I was sat.
Both of them? I thought we were going to watch the second one.
No, we watched both of them. Maybe we watched both of them. We also watched one of the paranormal movies as well.
Nicole loves paranormal films.
But I was sat literally in front of a door to the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I was literally like, I couldn't do it. I was terrified.
Do you know what else? I realised that I was getting older when I went to watch a horror movie because I fell asleep. It was scary stories to tell in the dark or something like that. One of those sort of teenage children ones.
Is that like because you're getting older? Or is that just because it wasn't scary and you were bored?
Both. So there's this one scene where literally for 5 minutes this big sort of ugly fat thing chases this kid round, and then she like absorbs him. Spoiler alert, by the way. She just kind of cuddles him and absorbs him. But literally, there's nothing scary about it. It's like, yes, the thing is unappealing, but so is a sprained ankle. I don't get jump scares off that. Do you know what I mean? It's like just. So I remember sitting there like that, and then there was eventually a jump scare, and I went. I sat up and I was like, oh my god.
You turned into Dad falling asleep in the cinema. Yeah.
Even my friends were like, they didn't notice I was asleep. I was like, you didn't notice I was asleep? And I'm like, God. Oh, really? What did you think? I was dead? Mind you, it would have been better. Anyway, so that was us reacting to The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Tell us down in the comments what you think the story's going to be, what you think the crack is. Do you think they're going to die? Do you think this will be the last one that they'll be in? Do you think that the Conjuring movies are even scary? And tell us a funny story that happened to you when you were in the cinema watching a horror movie. Like the video, subscribe, ding the bell to be notified when we upload. We upload every day. Anything else you want to say?
I hope it's not the last movie, even though I do, like, I'm a wimp and I get scared by the smallest thing. I feel like I like the.
Put my lipstick on. I've got dry lips.
I like the characters. I like the Ed and Lorraine characters and the whole
the layout.
The way they do it, yeah. It just I like it.
Thank you for watching.
I need